Hello Redbots, this is Reggie, let's play, and we are now into part 2, repeat, 2, of the Unsung Hero backstories. He's as part of Project AIKO in collaboration with Stubby Fresh Tributes. This episode, we'll start off with the villain you love to hate from Need for Speed Most Wanted, the original one. And you'll know him before I even need to say him. Clarence Razor Callahan. Although, to be fair, while he'd use an iconic car as his main to reach the notoriety he did, his own Mustang was just as infamous. Well, to be fair, so from what we know of Razor's origins, well, actually, officially we don't. But we can put some pieces together with his cameos in games such as Need for Speed, such as The Run and No Limits. However, his bio is the simplest and mention we have so far. His crew is referred to as the Organized Blacklist, a group of the most dangerous illegal street racers in Rockport. In league with others like him, including corrupt authorities. We don't exactly know the origins of his street racing career, but we do know how big of a role he played in the world of Need for Speed. Officially, his origins are unknown, but what we do know is that he was a citizen of Rockport and charged with major and minor illegal street racing offenses, including eventually the unfair acquisition of Thomas Spydowski's M3. For this, he was arrested by Mia Townsend and sent into prison, and being hooked over by the Rockport PD. Similarly, the entire blacklist was wiped out, with him being Spydowski's last victim. Unfortunately, he was forced to leave Rockport and return to Palmont after facing the Ghost, who's one of many drivers to go by the handle of Zephyr in Fairhaven. Razor was transferred to Fairhaven Penitentiary. He deemed guilty as charged with, and all his possessions were taken into Rockport PD custody. With no hope of escape and his lack of supporters presuming no freedom to race again, the penitentiary alerted a code red response to transfer all inmates to Redview County. However, on an unfortunate event, Razor was abducted by some guards, dragged into a van, and forced to be silent, while sirens everywhere reflected and gave a loud emphasis that every cop around the city was on city emergency. Regardless, we'll get more into on how that was to come later. But But eventually, Razor was dropped off at a compound and recruited by a mafia sect, hired to join the run with Marcus Blackwell. You'll probably know him as the last driver to go up against. He's typically known for his silver Aston Martins. However, this plan went haywire when Razor knew that Spydowski was also to run in the run. As such, Razor's colleagues knew what he was going to do and gave him a modified Mustang Boss 302 to compete. Little did any of them know that Cross was joining the race, this time to get his debts back from Darius in Palmont. Razor made it to the top 30 leg of the run, going to Vegas instead, thus abandoning his mission and instructed to do. On the following day, he's the Las Vegas PD. He was on a search for Razor's Mustang, only to find out that he left the city and gone to Ventura Bay to end up against Travis. Travis knew what Razor was up to, and so he called on a police officer known as Rivera to investigate Razor's activity. However, Razor, for the first time, pleaded that he sold the Mustang to Travis with an exchange for a new M3 with an M-Power emblem on it. Razor returned to being one of the most wanted drivers, but didn't know that his new car was a prototype from FINA with the supercharged BMW V12 inside it, which had much more power than Spydowski's, because his was a straight 6. Anyway, Razor won time and again until he found himself at Olympic City that surrounds mountainous terrains, factories, and residential area, settling the unofficial blacklist ring around the city. The rural area with nominated members from the previous blacklist and new drivers from different areas. After he created a crew for himself, Razor quickly elevated himself to number one on this list. In turn, Officer Rivera was hot on his trail in a red E46, similar spec to Spydowski's. However, it lacked tire control and she wasn't exact. And her tunes were latent enough to reach top speed. To be fair, she was good at acceleration, but her driving style was mostly robust. Anyway, he's back with Razor. He spent more time in Bayview Penitentiary until he grew old and mature, testifying his ego while he's off the wheels. During this time, the US BMW project, based on an E46 itself, was distributed to a driver named Zero to be tested against Kim from No Limits. Razor was eventually released by Vince Taz Keelik, who has a connection with the local PD. Taz, you'll remember, is the number 14 driver on the most wanted 05 Heaps blacklist. Is driving a Lexus, but that's neither here nor there. What is here and there is that Razor's loyal remnants sold his E46 to be shipped to Europe in return for a new Mustang, customized and enhanced by Von Gittin Jr. himself, along with the rest of his team at RTR Mustangs. The new symbols of the most wanted faced off again, with Zero driving the M4. In his defeat, Razor remembered that a similar car was giving him nightmares, while a new blacklist event was now being settled again in Rockport, weeks before the Outlaw Rush. Spidowski, driving the M4 given by Rivera, was taking Bull's spot as the returning king of the blacklist races. However, this would be interfered with by Razor, who now has a better driving perception, and the new female driver of Cross's Corvette. The three faced again, settling their rivalry once and for all. Few years would pass until Razor would start racing legitimately. He compete under Monster Energy. He at some point facing off with Ryan Cooper. Be that as it may, he would still use this very Mustang as his signature car. Alright. So next up we have the Octo crew. One of the unsung crew who's from the world of Need for Speed, featuring the likes of Rachel Teller and Samantha, the two female leads of the Underground series. The Octo crew itself is one of the most notorious in all of Bayview. Fast and moving in the shadows. Usually fitting in and ruling the system much like an octopus. Most of their leaders are females, such as the likes of Rachel and Samantha, but their leader goes unnamed, even though they somehow keep notorious leads in driving. Their business at first goes at mountain races in Bayview. Next was Bayview itself, and then Olympic City and the industrial area. When they dominated, they conquered the activities within the selected areas. The leader's car was a Nissan 350Z Fairlady, modified by Nismo, even though most of their cars were Fairladies. Rachel has the same 350, but a Dragon Hydra insignia, signifying that she's somewhat independent. As such, she controls the URL and underground car dealerships associated with Rose Largo and Gregory G-Mac McDonald. Samantha goes strongly minor with a Hello Kitty liveried Honda Civic. Till today, they ruled under the shadows and neons of Bayview. And if you want a refresher of who Rachel is, this is her right there. Alright. So anyways, that's all that's all I think we have time for. Once again, sorry I couldn't do any more than two apart, but to be fair, yeah, the last episode came was more or less as an introductory one, and this one I actually have an announcement to make. Over the past couple weeks, at my college, I've actually been working on a film project. It will directly tie into into my next big Let's Play series. I say next, but it's not gonna. But the Let's Play isn't gonna be out for a while. Not until after the film project is finally fully finished. I won't give away any spoilers. I'll just say here that I am currently in the finalizing process of its reveal trailer. So I'll probably have it out in like 4 to 5 weeks, I think, maybe. Or from either the time of this recording or the time of upload, or whatever. But either way, you're going to have to stay tuned to find out more. Guys, but anyway, hey guys, thank you for watching as always. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, share the videos, favorite videos, do all this stuff. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of it. Hit your feedback and appreciation and all that lovely stuff is always appreciated. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. If you want to look at part 1 of this backstory Unsung Hero project, you can click right here to see the backstories of Bull and the mentor of Ryan Cooper. Or if you want to see or if you want to see other content of just me and my face, you can click right here for the vlogs playlist. But anyways, that's enough from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.